Wait, guys, just wait a bit. Before you leave, just go with me and enjoy this video for a quick while. I know a lot of you guys just click away right away, but you don't have to do that, You can just enjoy a few minutes. I know your lifespans, I know your attention spans are cooked because of TikTok, but just stay, for me. And then maybe you can also press the subscribe and like button. Yes, please. Okay, let's get into the video. So yeah, today we're gonna build for the palace cat. It is not that big of a habitat. It's like well, it's not small. It's like a medium, but they also have an indoor, so I think it's actually a nice size. And I was kind of like going with a hectagon kind of fenced over habitat thingy. I'm not really sure how I need to name it, but I just went with like a hexagon, yeah, aviary kind of stuff, because then they like couldn't escape out, and it also, yeah, it looked great, so I went with that. And also they have like a detailed indoor that you can also look at, so yeah, that's what I went with. And if you don't enjoy it, yeah, then you can click off. Now you can click off. And to all of your little stupid ass children that dislike my video, dare to drop a comment. Dare to drop a comment. I'm gonna start some YouTube beef. Dare to drop a comment. If you dislike my video, drop a comment with it. If you dislike it, say I dislike your video because blah blah blah. I don't care. If you disliked it, drop a comment. Have balls, have balls. Okay, let's get into the habitat. So you can see that I started out with like the backstage kind of area. It's just a concrete building. That's it. But yeah, well, I was kind of running out of animals to build for. So I was kind of scrolling the Zoopedia, and then I stumbled on the palace cat. But the thing is pretty weird because, well, it's legit a small cat. It looks like a house cat. Yeah, it looks like a house cat. That's it. But it also looks like it also looks a bit like those pussies that dislike my video. Shit, I need to stop, but I can't stop. Yeah. This is such a bad video. No, but let's get into the build finally. So yeah, you can see that I started out with the concrete building, of course, and it's kind of gonna be a hexagon. It's also gonna be a very, well, not really detailed, but it's gonna be a very heavily rocked habitat, because, well, the habitat of those animals are kind of, well, they're kind of like a taiga tundra kind of, yeah, dry, mossy kind of habitat. So that's why I went with a lot of rocks in the background and also in the foreground. Just, there's not really any terrain, it's just rocks and plants. Well, that's kind of it. And then just some backstage and indoor. But yeah, it's not that much, but the rock work kind of took a while. So I also like skipped a lot of it in the recordings. That's why this video is a bit shorter. If you like longer videos, you can just watch you can just watch another video, I think, because, well, you won't really get anything out of this one because it's really small, and it is detailed because when it's small, my PC can handle it more, so it's detailed, but it's still not that detailed that it's like so wonderful, and it's not up there with like my best builds. But thank you guys for the support, because my previous video, well, not my previous, because this is pre-recorded, but my video of the hyenas went crazy. 170 views, and all of those people click right away. So if you're still here, I want to say alpha male, but that's not really, yeah. If you're still here, just drop a comment with alpha male. Just drop a comment with alpha male, and then I'll say that you have plus aura. You have plus aura. Shit, I'm too Gen Z for this. But yeah, let's continue. So you can see that I used a lot of rocks, and yeah, I kind of liked it because I was kind of trying to form some stairs, but then I still wanted stairs, but I wanted to make them like look natural in some kind of way. So that's why I went with like those different layers of rocks, and that's a tip. Um, yeah, so for like the rocks, you have a dimension. So you have the flat pieces, and then on one side you have like a destroyed kind of ridgy part. And if you use that part and you connect them to like those other ridgy parts of the other rocks, you kind of get like a beautiful like fusion. They kind of get like a natural fuse into each other, so your rockwork looks way better and looks way natural, way more natural. So that's kind of a tip. And well, if you want more tips, I suggest you like watch the rock tutorial of Caesar Creates, because well, yeah, it's a really nice tutorial, and that's why and where I get my tips and my building style, because of Caesar and also some other creators. But Caesar is mainly the the creator that I look at for inspiration, and how my builds look like really realistic. So yeah, that's just why I built this way, like the realistic way. Because yeah, you can also like build on you can also like build on, well, you can also build for fun, and then just make a lot of habitats that don't really look that nice. But I like the way that the habitats look like really realistic, and then you can really put your creativity in those habitats. So that's kind of my way of building, but you guys can have another way. But if you're watching this video, I think you like the realistic way. So yeah. But let's talk about the palace cats. So these are actually really interesting species because, well, they're not really popular. Well, people know them, but it's not like, why is my video so laggy? People know them, but it's not like really that they're so normalized in the in the Planet Zoo community, but no, they're not like they're normalized in like the zoos, because I'm not really sure if a lot of zoos have them. I'm not sure. I know some zoos have them, but I'm not sure if it's like that common of a species. So firstly, I didn't even know about the palace cat because I never saw it, because I think no zoo in Belgium actually has it. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. But yeah, but now I know, and I saw some parts that, well, the palace cats has like those really like they have like long fur on their paws. Yeah, and that's why they don't get like frostbite on their feet, because the fur is so thick that they just walk on the fur. And that's also the same with their tail, because they use their tail to protect their face from the snow and the cold. And yeah, that's why they're so fluffy. And I think Planet Zoo actually did like a great yeah, they actually did great with their fur. But the thing was, the fur from the markhor is a bit, yeah, I'm not really sure, because on the neck of the markhor the fur kind of looks a bit funky, because in real life the fur is so fluffy, like there's like so much different strands of hair on the fur on the neck of the markhor. So that's why the markhor looks kind of ugly. I know they tried their best, but the thing is, the neck is like, in this game, is like such a programmable piece of the body, because, well, it needs to move with every move. It needs to move when they eat. It needs to move when they're walking, when they're jumping. So I think it's really hard to make a fur that moves with the animal if it's like on such a, now, if it's like on such a, yeah, on such a piece of the body, because it's really hard to program something when it needs to move all the time, and when it needs to move, the fur also needs to move. So that's why I think it looks a bit weird. But I mean, it's not that bad as like the lion. That's like, if we use the lion as a staple of how bad it could be, Like that's the worst, you know. That's really bad. But yeah, let's thank Frontier that we're getting Planet Zoo 2. Hopefully some change. Maybe some species will get deleted. Maybe some species will be added. Well, of course, species will be added, but what species, we don't know that. But yeah, that's what we will see in the next year. So yeah, let's go to the habitat. You can see that I finished up with all the foliage work. I used like temperate and colder climatey plants, and I also went with like a kind of a plaza around the habitat. I'm not really sure how you call it, but yeah, it's just a path around the habitat. But yeah, you can see that, guys. You can see that that's just a path. But yeah, you can see that the foliage, it not really, I kind of went soft with the foliage. I wasn't kind of, yeah, well, I was kind of wanting to create like a bit of a like dry, snowy, colder area because that's their climate. So I used less foliage because normally I use a lot of foliage in like predators, but well, of course, it's a colder climate, so I couldn't really use a lot of them. But that's why I also use the olive tree. I know the olive tree isn't really from there, but it looks like a tree that belongs into the gold, so that's why I used it, you know, because sometimes you just don't need to look at the biomes, you just need to look at the plant itself. That's also a tip. Just look at the plant itself. You don't really need to look at the plant. You just can ignore like the signs that the animal gives because who gives a shit about the animal? You know, in real life you need to do that, but this is not real life. You know, just put every piece of your creativity in this game. That's my tip. But yeah, that kind of wraps it up because it's a shorter episode. And I didn't record the backstage, so I hope you guys enjoyed the backstage. And if you dare to dislike my video, I will personally, no, I wouldn't personally come to your house. That's a bit too far, guys. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. What am I yapping? I hope you guys enjoyed this habitat. I'll hope I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, it's kind of, you know, I want to put my personality in this voiceovers because then I think yeah, I can get my own community because I don't want to be like that formal, like, hello guys, today it's a new video, you know. Yeah, you can get it, but yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the after shots. I'm adding some decals, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe.